Hello, wonderful people. All right, chapter 9, creating and maintaining alliances. Let's jump right into the main incentive for a U.S. company to form a strategic alliance with, let's say, a company or a firm in India, as a good example, is to develop a competitive advantage. That's the main incentive. So, remember back when we were talking about competitive advantage, this exists when the firm's core competencies or distinctive competencies allow it to create value for customers exceeding the value the competitors create for them. And again, as a friendly reminder, with core competencies, these are the capabilities the firm emphasizes and performs especially well while performing its vision. Joint venture is a separate business created by an equity alliance. So again, joint venture is a separate business created by an equity alliance. Okay. Um, a good definition for equity alliance here, according to my notes, is each partner owns a percentage of the equity in a venture that the firms have jointly formed. Okay, I'm going to take a good hard look at my notes on the next page here. Oh, and it jumps right into one of two questions that I have for you for this chapter during the lecture. Okay, first question. Jim's Optical Research, we're going to call it JOR. Jim's Optical Research has patented a new type of implantable lens for people with serious eye defects. It does not have the access to the financial assets or marketing expertise to begin manufacturing or and selling lenses on a large scale. Help me out. Help me select the best answer from the following. A. Would the best answer be JOR should form a strategic alliance with a firm with complementary resources? Or B, JOR should engage in a joint venture with another firm that has access to restricted markets? Or C, JOR should form an R&D joint venture with another firm? So let me hear your responses. Tell me why you believe, with the response that you selected, why you believe that might be the best answer, and let's discuss in an open forum, whether it be Viva um, email or Skype, or even my favorite, of course, to have open discussion is Viva, the Facebook page that we set up for our classroom. All right, next. Okay, now staying with the excitement of chapter 9, let me talk about some more uh, particular, what's the word I want to use? So I guess definitions or terms, and let's kind of go over some of these additional ones here. But first, let's talk about complementary resources. These are resources that each partner brings to a partnership. Uh, when combined, they allow for new resources or capabilities that neither firm could readily create alone. Important. Let's talk about vertical strategic alliance. This involves a cooperative partnership across the value chain. Definition for value chain is the structure of activities the firm uses to implement its business level strategy. A relationship between buyers and suppliers is a common type of vertical alliance. A horizontal strategic alliance is a cooperative between firms at the same stage of the value chain. They are often um, intended to enhance the capabilities of all partners. Okay. Oh boy, question 2 of 2 for this particular chapter. Are you ready? This question is to compete more fully and offer better value to their customers. Company X and Company Y are working together, excuse me, are working together to develop a product or a new product. Gosh, I'm not sure if I can call corn seed a new product, but they're going to re-engineer corn seed together, and this is how they're going to do it. Each partner will contribute 4 genetic traits for each new seed that will overcome some problems with either pests or ward off weeds. This particular type of alliance would be best described as either A, horizontal alliance, B, vertical alliance, C, network alliance, or D, symbiotic alliance. So let me know again, what do you believe is the best response and why? And let's discuss it in an open forum together. The franchise. We've talked about this a little bit in the past, especially when we spent some time at McDonald's, but it was brought up again in this chapter. The franchise relationships are characterized by tight control of the franchisee's actions by the franchisor. Franchising can enable a firm to have first mover advantage. This is key. Again, franchising can enable a firm to have first mover advantage in a new international market without some of the risk involved in being a first mover. Franchising is the licensing of a good or service. Extremely important for you to underline, highlight. All right. So we're coming into the home stretch here for this chapter, which was quite a brief chapter. Staying with terms and definitions, it talked a little bit about contracts in this particular chapter. Contracts are great. You need to have them in place for your firm to do well in its alliances, strategic alliances. But as noted in your textbook, a main problem with relying on contracts to reduce opportunistic behavior by alliance partners is that it's impossible to specify all of the opportunistic actions by the alliance partner. It's just hard to forecast every possibility. It just is. But I'm not saying not have contracts. Contracts are obviously important, and you do your best. But you have to, depending on how they're worded and how you put together your contracts, the more flexibility. If i.e. a standing operating procedure is discovered in need of being refined, that even maybe the contract language allows you to have that flexibility as long as all partners are agree. And of course, if they want to have future partnerships, oftentimes if it's for the good of both partners or all partners, you usually find agreeable partners. Talks about synergy. I love synergy and innovation. Okay, it says here, producing synergy and innovation within a strategic alliance relies on the extent to which the knowledge stocks of each organization are integrated. Isn't that beautiful? I love how they said that. Again, relies on producing synergy and innovation relies on, for this particular strategic alliance, the extent to which knowledge stocks of each organizations are integrated. I love it. All right, beautiful people. That's the end of Chapter 9. If you have any questions, again, be very, very proactive. Get with me. We're coming into the home stretch, so it's good to make sure all questions, not only for the chapter, but for exams or where are you as far as your grading goes. If there's any questions there, get a hold of me. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Jim out.